Go.
I was trying to hold my breath. Hey everyone, it's Potato with RU.com. Do I have to change the name? Because honestly, I keep saying it wrong. Anyway.
Yeah, I think you got to change it to whatever you say.
Yeah, Potato and Sheepdog here.
Oh,
For another. I feel like the audio is kind of wonky this time around, but whatever. Yeah. So.
howdy. I'm gonna hold my breath the entire show.
Really? Don't hold your breath.
I'm doing it. And I'm going to, wait, here, some ASMR for you. I'm going to eat a little bit of a mint chocolate Kit Kat.
Mint chocolate
Mmm.
tin snacks.
I don't know if you guys saw, but it was TikTok recently where a guy was saying he was doing one of those stitch things. I don't know what they're called. I'm old. But he was talking about how it's difficult to continue to excuse white people for not spicing our food. When there's another TikToker who is showing, if you think that Kit Kats are too sweet, you can wash all the chocolate off with hot water.
What the fuck?
I know, it's the whole point.
It's funny because yeah, we were just talking the other day about how there's no spicy American candies. Unless you can think of one.
No, there's not. This is something that I think of all the time because I'm from Middle America and the South and the East Coast, from all those places. And when I come here, people are like, I don't like sweet things. I like savory. And that's not something you would ever hear anywhere else in the country except maybe, any of the border states. Because, we don't eat Mexican candies. We don't eat peppery candy. The Mexican candy is totally different than the American candies.
Yeah, I would say the closest thing is the spicy chocolate, but that's not like a well-known brand of candy, like the Tabasco chocolate and the artisan spicy jalapeno chocolate. But yeah, that's not like you could just go to the grocery store and it's right there on the rack.
It's starting to become a thing though with like because people are really into craft ice cream, and some of the craft ice cream is spicy.
They're into crack ice cream too.
Yeah, like the mac and cheese ice cream, and that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. No, I like when my friends from Ohio come to visit. I like to, because we live in, we're in the San Diego area. I like to have them go to the salsa bar and eat the carrots. And it's funny to me because they're nothing. But people from Ohio are like, why did you do this to me? They're so hot. My mouth is burning.
Oh my God.
And they're not that hot. But if you're from Ohio and you get your Thai food at a -4. And as a white guy, when I go to a Thai place, I always ask for it at a higher number than I'm comfortable just to prove that I can hang,
Michael Olson's in Ohio.
No, he's back. He moved to Denver. But these people don't know who we're talking about.
It doesn't matter. He's a very famous man. You guys, you probably have to Google it. And even if you Google it, it's not that one. It's the other one.
It's the third one. It's never the first one you look at. It's always
never the first one.
Uh-uh.
I remember it was Ohio because I made my stupid joke. It's like a parent joke, I would say. It's the Ohio one. Do you know it?
No, you have an Ohio joke, a dad joke, but you call it a parent joke.
It's a parent joke. Not everyone has a dad.
No, that's true. You make an excellent point, but there's not a lot of mom jokes except for things like come here sweetie, let me give you a hug. That's a mom joke.
It's just because if your mom's not making jokes, get a new mom.
Wow, you can go to the mom store.
Go to the mom store.
It's mom.com.
And it's funny that you said wow, because that's actually what it's called. It's called the Wow Mom Store.
Yeah, because mom upside down is just mom.
See, that's a mom joke.
But Dad
Yeah.
told it for her because she couldn't tell it right.
I just
and so
fucking
he-
made the joke. You're what? What are you talking
I'm
about?
just assuming that Dad mansplained it to his children. That's the way I assume that things
I'm
work.
about to throw my mic so hard it's gonna go over this fence near my house and gonna make its way to your house.
And as we said earlier, we live in San Diego, so that fence is actually the border wall.
And it is so hot today that it is gonna come raining down on you like 1,000 suns, and your house is just going to be a coal, a charcoal, whatever, a thing, a little.
See, she just dropped that mic, and that's a hot mic. Oh, dad joke!
Anyway,
Parent joke. Sorry, parent joke.
I'm gonna tell you the Ohio joke.
Okay, let's see what we
Everyone's gonna hear the Ohio joke. Okay, feel free to pass this on. It is very child friendly.
Sure.
But highly likely that the kid is gonna hear the joke and be like, I'm gonna go make a TikTok this week. All right, okay. So you start out, you draw a log on a piece of paper. So it requires some writing utensil and paper, okay?
Be careful though, when you're drawing a log, sometimes it will look like a turd.
Not if you do this one correctly.
Okay.
So what you do is you draw a circle,
Mm-hmm.
then you draw another circle a few inches away from it. Maybe not inches, maybe just centimeters. I don't know. It depends on how big you draw it.
Mm.
And then you draw 2 lines connecting it on the top and the bottom. Once again, it should just look like a cylindrical log.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Looks more like macaroni because it looks like it bends the way that you drew it. Okay, sorry.
I'm talking. So there is a hunter chasing a rabbit.
Mm.
And the rabbit goes into the log. The hunter takes out his handy dandy chainsaw out of his pocket.
Wow. Elmer
And
Fudd has gotten some new tricks.
and cuts an end piece of the log.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
And oh no, my notes. And anyway, then and he looks in and he's like, nope, rabbit's not there. So then he cuts the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, no rabbit. So then he cuts right in the middle. And still no rabbit.
It's a log cut into 3 pieces now.
It's cut. There's 3 lines through it, okay?
Yeah.
And so then he decides to start cutting from the left to the right between two of the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
then he realizes, oh, wait, halfway through, he realizes, oh, wait, I know where the rabbit went. It went to Ohio.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go make a TikTok.
That's so stupid. I love it.
It's round on the end and high in the middle. That's what's important here. Oh wait,
Oh,
that's
geez.
like that poor rabbit's in the birthplace of aviation. That's amazing. He's in Buckeye country. I like it. Maybe it was a Buckeye tree that he ran into the log of.
What?
Yeah, see, these are all jokes that only people from Ohio would think is interesting. Not funny, but at least they would get it. They'd be like, oh, I get it. I get it. And then they'll say, I'm not going to Ohio State University. I'm going to the Ohio State University, where we have the best darn band in the land. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about Ohio. No. Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
Is that what you wanted to talk about? Ohio?
No, we mentioned Ohio because wait, why did we even mention Ohio?
Because
I don't even know. It,
remember.
it
I
doesn't
don't
even
know.
matter anymore.
Somebody tweet us.
Let's get started.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start out. I figured we would talk about something that is very common, I guess, more common than it used to be. Oh, and before I move on, so the other day I had something I forget what did I have on my hand?
Fingers.
Oh, no. I had some hand sanitizer on my hand and it
Oh.
was like feeling like sticky. And I was like, oh no, because I think I sprayed too much. It was the spray hand sanitizer. And so I think I sprayed too much, so it was kind of sticky. So then I decided to pour some water on it. And then I was like, oh no, I poured too much water. So I went to drink some off of my hand, and the hand sanitizer was still on it. And so I went, ah! It was so gross.
My goodness, that's horrible. You're an alcoholic. You're drinking the hand sanitizer. That's bad news. You need to get help.
I didn't even, I was like, why? Why did I do that?
That's horrible.
Anyway, I thought of that right now because I just took a sip of my water and it tasted kind of like that. And I was like,
that's terrible.
Yeah, so I'm not going to drink more of that water. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the topic at hand.
Parent joke. We should change the name of the podcast to Parent Jokes.
No, never.
Neither of us have children, so that'd be great.
I mean, I got the cats, so
that's true. You can tell the jokes of the cats.
Got for children as well. All right,
true.
So cancel culture, not cancer culture. Okay, that might be a thing. Okay. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. So canceling. Have you ever been canceled?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't say anything that's ever inappropriate ever.
Okay. Let me just sip this tea.
Yeah, it's better than that water you were drinking earlier.
Okay. So I think a lot of people are canceling cancel culture or trying to. Okay. So let me try to make this make sense because I can barely make it make sense in my own head. So I agree. Cancel culture is not the culture that we need. Not a Batman reference. I'm not going to make a Batman reference right now. The way that certain people are doing it. Certain people are doing it correctly. So it's not, I think it's more of the wording that's making people like freak out. But it's accountability culture. That's what it is. When people are trying to cancel people, it's not that they're trying to just be like, well, I mean, maybe some people might be like, no, I hate you, shut up, go away, I never want to hear about you again. But it's more about the accountability. It's like if these people are being called, sorry, I just burped. Some people are
canceling you.
Yes. Some people are being called out and, people are wanting to just not hear anything they have to say until that person gets their shit together and is like, you're right, that was really shitty of me, I need to try harder, I need to be better than whatever I said or whatever I did. But too many like media shit is like news and stuff is trying to play it off as like, oh, it's ridiculous, you can't just cancel someone. But you can. You can make it like, if you're not gonna take accountability for the shit that you did, then I think I'm just repeating myself. Then we don't want to hear from you.
Right.
That's basically it. It's a very simple thing. All you need to do is be accountable for your shit. Realize the shit that you say. Don't keep fighting it like, oh, well, it wasn't that bad. No, it was. If it was that bad that it got enough people upset about it, it was that bad. Just like people that are like, oh, it was just a joke. Yeah, well, no one laughed. oh, but a joke is just, if I found it funny, then that's all that matters. No, I'm sorry, but no. If you're hurting people, whether like physically or feelings wise, that's still, no, it's not okay. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those areas. I think there's some toxicity to cancel culture in general. I understand what you mean. I'm somebody that's changed quite a bit because people have called me out on my crap.
Mhm.
And I think I've improved that way. I think there are a couple of things. So one, you get sort of that sociopathic personality who cancel culture isn't going to do anything because they're just going to apologize, and it's just going to be this cycle, and they're never going to learn from it.
Right.
And then the other thing too, sometimes it is just a difference of opinion, and people want to cancel them because of something that's purely opinion. So let's look at the extreme example, like Harvey Weinstein. Woody Allen was really worried he was going to get canceled. I wonder why Woody Allen would be so concerned. And I wonder if Woody Allen might have a good reason to be canceled.
Right.
He's somebody who is in a marriage with someone that it was essentially his daughter.
Yeah.
There's a lot to worry about, Woody. I stopped watching his films, and I would still say that some of his films are some of my favorite. I love a lot of Woody Allen films, but I don't see a reason to watch them ever again. And I don't see a reason to continue watching his new films. It's a strange thing to kind of continue to prop up a guy that's doing that. At the same time, when Bill Cosby was going through that whole situation, I was the guy at the thrift store that was buying all the Bill Cosby albums, because first of all, he's not profiting from that. And they're still funny. I still enjoy those albums. He's in jail. He's been punished for his crime, but I can still laugh at the chocolate cake bit where his kids are eating chocolate cake, because, his humor isn't anything about his salaciousness. Now, Woody Allen's a little different because Woody Allen, all of his movies are about sex, and he's a pervert,
Yeah.
So it's really difficult for me to go back and just kind of, oh, this is not toxic. This is normal. So I don't know. I don't have a very strong opinion either way on cancel culture. I do think though, the pendulum of culture can swing. And so it could easily go to the point where people that are empathetic are the ones being canceled, because we need a strong society of strong Ubermensch. You know what I mean?
No, I still think it's just people should just own up for their shit. Like, people are just saying, oh, well, it's so quick to just jump, because cancel culture, like I said, it's becoming such a thing that people just want to laugh it off, that now people that should own up to shit that they do, instead they're just like, oh, it's just cancel culture, whatever, it'll go away.
Well, there's that
and it
too.
shouldn't be that way.
For sure. I kind of feel like Bill Burr has the best take on it, because he'll complain about it, but then when people, it's funny because he makes a lot of jokes about it, stuff like that. But when he's in an interview and somebody asks him about it, he's like, my business hasn't really changed much. It doesn't really affect me that much. I think in a lot of ways, cancel culture helps people on both sides decide who they're going to purchase things from. So if somebody's being canceled, you'll never buy another J.K. Rowling book again, But then other people are like, oh, I'm going to buy everything that she ever puts out now because she believes the same thing I do, and she's being attacked by this cancel culture. So in a lot of ways, the media propagates it because it's there's no such thing as bad publicity. I don't know that there's too many people that are like riding on the, I don't know. You see people get off on it, they're being canceled. They're on Twitter and they just double down over and over again because they seem to get a rise out of it.
Well, I think it's because it's become kind of, because so many people, there's always going to be extremists on Wendy, on on a bunch of stuff, like cancel culture, where there's the people that are doing it, I would say, the right way, and then there's the people that they just want to cancel everyone and everything.
Right.
And so then everyone, including the media and then just people that hear it on the street, they just assume that everyone is like the people that want to cancel everything. It's not.
Right.
Once again, I'm repeating myself because there's people that are on the side of, hey, you're canceled up until you can be accountable for the shit that you did. And then maybe we'll fucking think about it and see if depending on how, bad the thing was, there's a chance that someone might redeem themselves.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest difference between this particular cancel culture and just what it normally would be. So like the Dixie Chicks, for example, they were canceled by country music fans because they came out against the war. That's cancel culture. But like if the Dixie Chicks had come out and said, you know what, we still support the president, we still support the troops, they still would have been canceled. Whereas, James Gunn gets thrown under the bus because he has old problematic tweets, and legitimately problematic. I mean, he was attempting this humor, but it was like the shock jock humor where there's no joke. Yeah. It's just gross. Yeah. And that's what makes it funny. And that's kind of where humor was at one point. I mean, that's Howard Stern was very popular.
You watch a movie from like fucking 2005 or some shit, and you're like, what? Yeah. What the hell? Not even that far back. Sometimes it's just like 2015, and you're like, ew, why did we, what? Why was it loud? What the fuck?
Yeah, I try to show Stella, because Stella's 10 years younger than me, and I try to show her some old, like she hates Animal House. She hated Swingers. And I'm like, I love Swingers. Yeah, there's a couple of parts in that. But the overall message is like, Trevor's a toxic dude. Anyway. Yeah, I think that there are things to be said about the ability to redeem yourself. And that's what a lot of people worry, is that can you redeem yourself in a cancel culture? And there are questions on whether or not that's possible, whether people believe your apology is sincere and all of that. I just worry that who's to say who's getting, because people cancel people on both sides. It's to focus on the cancel culture of the left, because it's the young people that are the people that buy products, are the young people that
talk shit about Gen Z and millennials. So
so it's easier to focus on what they're canceling. Meanwhile, their parents and grandparents are canceling people on the other side because they dared to speak their. Robert De Niro said he'd punch the president in the face. I don't. Meryl Streep, she's the most overrated. Well, and that one gets me mad because Donald Trump said that Meryl Streep is one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood history. Meryl Streep is the highest rated actress in Hollywood history. If she's overrated, she's the most overrated actress in Hollywood history. There is no halfway with Meryl Streep. It's Meryl effing Streep. Right. Okay. You can't beat that. Yeah. And sometimes it is legitimately a joke that out of context isn't funny. But I've somebody like a Ricky Gervais, I could see him getting canceled, even though it's very clear that he's a compassionate guy. He just, his character that he is supposed to be like, I don't understand.
Well, notice that he's not. And he's said a lot of stuff, that everyone's just like,
right.
But then you're like, oh, okay.
Right.
You understand, just because, it's just the way that, I don't know. I can't just.
Why the comedians don't have it? A few years ago, comedians. Yeah, well, I think comedians had it bad a couple of years ago, and I think people have eased off of comedy quite a bit. And it's more about just political speech in general that people are policing. Or just insensitive things. And when you say something insensitive, I remember one of my favorite podcasters, one of the McElroy brothers, he on their podcast said, "Oh, that's really off the reservation now." And an indigenous person called him out on it, and he apologized, and people were mad that he apologized. He was like, "I didn't understand what it's just an expression that was in my vocabulary. I didn't know what it meant." And I hurt somebody's feelings. So I don't think that that's wrong to apologize for hurting someone's feelings.
Right. You're allowed to fucking not realize that you hurt people's feelings. If you legit, like that, yeah, like the way you're saying it, if you legit did not know, oh shit, I didn't know that that was a bad thing. And then there's going to be the extreme, cancelers that are going to be like, oh, well, you should have known.
Right.
Well, I didn't. And then there's the people that are like, okay, well, what are you going to do about it now? And then they're going to be like, well, here's my apology. I hope you accept it. What else would you like me to do in order to fix this? Because I legit don't want to hurt someone's feelings. And then there's the people that are like, well, you shouldn't have to care about other people's feelings. Like, we're all on the same fucking earth together, you guys. We have to. It's like being roommates,
Yeah.
Someone's gotta fucking give. Someone's gotta and not just one person, but we're all together, so we all have to compromise and not do that.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think sometimes too people focus too much on the origins of things and not what the common meaning is today too. So there's nothing wrong with apologizing and acknowledging the history of something either. So yeah, I can't wait till we're apologizing for things that we've said.
Probably will. I think about past episodes and I'm like, I was a stupid kid. I don't really re-listen to my old episodes, so I don't even know what I've said. I can't remember what I've said. So if someone's like, well, an episode, 78, you said this, and I'll be like, honestly, I may have been drinking and I was not thinking clearly, but that's still no excuse. It was obviously in my head.
Right.
Shit. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't feel that way. Because that's another thing, that seeing tweets from people from a long time ago, a lot of times it's something stupid. It's something that, yeah, at the time we thought was really funny, and then we realized that's not funny.
Right, because you just don't have the experience of the person that it's in reference to. You're making a judgment from outside. I mean, I know that I at some point will probably be asked about Chalk Skin, which is my rapper persona, and to me, like, I can explain where it came from and everything, and it's self-deprecating. It's never intended to be outside, but I know that that's something that people will have questions about, and
right. Yeah, and if we ever say anything on here, all you listeners, honestly, if we ever say anything, and I'm being serious, don't just be like, oh, well, I know someone from Ohio and they were offended by your
I'm
joke.
from Ohio. I'm allowed.
I mean, the listeners are like, oh, I was offended by your joke. I'm going to be like, you're whatever. Shut up.
But call us out on it, do call us out. We invite
yeah, but definitely call us out. Because no, I know that there's still a lot of things that I don't know.
I don't know what I don't know. So
right. Exactly. Like when people say, like, do you have any questions about something? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So no, I don't have any questions.
Yeah, we're still being trained in life. We didn't get trained right the first time, and so we got to get retrained. And the system keeps updating.
and don't feel bad for not knowing certain things. People instantly get offended, but don't get offended. Just own up to the fact that you didn't know that a certain thing was bad. Just
take the feedback.
Okay. I'll try not to do that.
Yeah,
that's all we ask.
I mean, I have something really important that I'd like to discuss, and I don't know if you know about this, but there are wild boars all over the globe that are. Did you see the video in Spain on the beach, and the boar just comes out of the sea and starts like attacking people's towels and stuff, and their sunblock, like Jaws, but a pig. Yeah, It's crazy. Tusk. Ooh.
No,
that's
that was already a
Tusk.
movie.
It's a different movie. No, but what's crazy is that again, like a year or so later, another video of the same beach in Spain and another boar racing from the sea, foam dripping off of its back, its razor back. And it's insane. There are boars everywhere, all over the globe. In Russia, it's really bad. And in North America, it's starting to become a problem. Have you heard about this boar issue?
Sounds boring. Ah!
Ah.
No, I have not. And I would not be surprised. You
got to get on the
global warming.
It could be global warming.
These boars could have been in the ice. Oof. And as the earth is melting, these boars are coming out of that ice.
Oof.
Swimming. And they're angry because they're hungry. They haven't had a Snickers.
And they're cold.
Yeah. So they're pissed.
So last year in November, a feral hog attacked and killed a woman in Texas. And that was the fifth documented fatal wild hog attack in the country since 1825. But still, that's a lot of boars in 200 years. Wild pigs attacking. Like right here on YouTube. It's dailymotion.com. Top 10 wild boar attacks. There's enough to do a top 10.
Top 10. Like those aren't just the only 10. Those are top.
The top 10. And they had to have been caught on camera. Otherwise, you can't put them in the top 10.
Not everyone has their phone on them or wanting to record when there's a boar attacking them.
Pics or it didn't happen, right?
Right. That's the age-old rule.
Yikes. They're coming. Oh, my God. Feral hogs attack Arkansas. Not just a person in Arkansas. It says feral hogs attack Arkansas.
So all of it in its entirety. The whole population was attacked.
That's what this video says. Yes. Wild hog killed after attacking Montgomery County dogs. They're after your dogs, these hogs.
They're after your dogs. So we've got coyotes on one side, boars on the other. Your babies aren't safe.
Okay, but I found a video here, or a site. It's restlessbackpacker.com. It says how to survive a boar attack. So let's talk about that. Let's go over that.
Let's find out.
I want to be prepared.
Yeah, me too.
So it says be cautious about and in respect of wild boars. So that's the first thing. Respect them. You gotta talk to them very,
respectfully.
So if you speak one of those languages where there's two different words, I think Mandarin is one of those where you use one that's casual and then another one that's respectful.
Like y tú.
Sí. Make sure you use those words when talking to the boar, when shooing it away. Why should you avoid a wild boar? That's not how to do it. Of course, you gotta avoid it. They'll kill you. How do they look? Okay.
Dead.
Oh, they're cute when they're little. That's how they trick you.
Well, yeah, most things are cute when they're little.
Okay, it says they attack humans when they feel cornered or threatened, like when they're coming out of the sea in Spain.
Well, they are technically cornered because they're tired of swimming, and all they have now is they just want to go forward, and if you're standing there, you're in their way.
That's true. That
so technically they're cornered. They're stuck between a human and a watery place.
I've got bad news for you, Potato. This website doesn't give any actual advice on how to survive the attack other than be respectful of the boar.
I don't know if that's legal. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to lie on the internet.
Yeah. I think we're done, man. I think we're done.
That's not okay. We're going to have to report that website to the BBB.
Pumba and Timon. Which one was the boar? Was it Pumba?
Pumba.
Pumba is after your children.
When he was a young warthog. He's a warthog.
Okay. I think it's I think this is wild hogs in general. I think
Oh,
some of them are radioactive. They're coming out of Chernobyl, which
hot
is really
hogs.
terrifying. Yeah, hot hogs, gamma radiated hogs.
Hothogs.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever seen a boar or a hog or a razorback or a?
Probably.
Mm.
I used to play World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay. Okay, there are hogs in World of Warcraft. I've never played World of
There
Warcraft.
is a whole area,
Mm-hmm.
the Barrens chat for the win. That's one of the best chat places to be. And there is a bunch of little hogs there, and they're very angry. They'll kill you.
Okay, now as important as the boars are, I have to know when you log into World of Warcraft
Yeah.
and you go to a chat area,
Hmm.
do you earn experience per chat?
No.
Oh,
You win experience by killing things, duh.
is there any in-game perk to chatting in World of? I've never played World of Warcraft. Like I
I
said, you got
mean,
to explain
maybe.
it to me.
I don't know. I haven't played him forever anymore, so I don't know. I used to play back in the day.
Okay, now what kind of character did you play as?
Blood Elf Paladin.
What? You were a blood elf?
Yeah.
Oh man, I heard about those people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. I never took you for a blood elf.
Well, I was. I played when that expansion came out where the Blood Elves and so there's different people have said it different ways. There's Draenei or Draenei. I don't know. People have just pronounced it different ways, and they're like, no, it's pronounced this way. So I don't even know. I
I've
said
heard it's Jenny.
anyway, and then blood elves, and I played a blood elf because they are super cool looking and they had the better hair, honestly. And I think it's just because I like elves, actually. That's why I thought that they looked really cool. And also there was cats in the starting area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
So
are blood elves alliance or horde?
that's a horde.
So you were a bad guy.
I mean,
Now, do the horde know that they're bad guys?
that's what I was gonna say. The horde don't feel like they're bad guys, I would say. But
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say what the little kid that I babysit said, and it was, how come bad guys always have the coolest clothes and and they look the best? So I mean, that's why I was a blood elf. Because
Gotcha.
they looked cool. I liked their armor, and the stuff was just, everything was just really cool about it. The whole aesthetic of it was awesome. And then also that kid that I babysit, I was like, well, you're right. Also, villains always, because they said villains, not bad guys, but villains also have the best music. And they were like,
they do.
They do. And I was like, they do. See?
Yeah, Sephiroth is way cooler than Cloud, for example. He has a way cooler theme song. What's the theme song for Cloud? I don't know, but I know what it is for Sephiroth. It's got bells. Freaking bells ring every time he walks in the room. Cloud comes in and people are like, oh, you don't remember who you are? Oh, that's so sad. Oh, you have big biceps like Popeye.
Popeye.
What a great sword you have, Cloud. Okay, now we're getting
kill you.
That is true, though. I wonder if that's what it is about these hogs, because they're so big and like thick and cool looking. You know, they've got to be villains. They're not heroic looking at all. They look awesome.
Well, I think, you know what? Honestly, those hogs should just be canceled. I mean, what are they doing for our community, for our world? Like, what are they doing?
We've
just
come to it.
Everyone around?
Yeah.
Cancel not cool.
Pumba.
Cancel
Pumba.
No,
Hashtag
Pumba.
cancel Pumba.
Pumba's great though.
No, he's not. He's the NyQuil guy. And what are people getting drunk with? They're getting drunk with the Q. So
Is it because he used to clear the savannah after every meal? Is that why you don't like Pumba?
I mean, I have nothing against Nathan. What's his name? What's his name? Nathan Lane. Yes, Nathan Lane's fine. Nathan Lane's great. He's just a meerkat. He's a meerkat. That's all he is.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Pumba is a sensitive soul, okay? Though he seems thick-skinned.
Well, okay. So maybe he's a little different because he's a little Hakuna Matata and all that. He's cool. He's chilled out. He's been drinking the Q, like I said. He's just kind of cool. He's just hanging out with a meerkat. But we need to cancel the rest of them. And in order to, we still need a catchy hashtag. And who cares what the catchy hashtag? Nobody's ever going to get mad at you because they don't understand your catchy hashtag. So cancel Pumba. Hashtag cancel Pumba. We're going to get that trending. It's going to be the top trending hashtag.
Wait, not Pumba.
Yes. Well, who else? Who's the spokesperson for the Hogs? If not, okay. Wait. Hang on a second. There is a football team. Hang on. Wild Hogs football, right? Isn't there in like Alabama or something? Arkansas. The Arkansas Hogs. Is that what they're called? Razorbacks. Hashtag cancel the Razorbacks.
No, what about counteract the Razorback? No, wait.
Counteract the
I'm trying to think of something like something clever.
Take back Razorback. No. Phase it back, Razorback.
No.
Hashtag Pumba. It's got to be hashtag cancel Pumba. I don't think there's a better hashtag.
That's so sad.
It is sad that he's a bigot.
Pumba's great.
Yeah, but he didn't want that poor lion to be a lion. He taught him how to not be a lion, and he in some ways, there's a reason that they killed Rosencrantz and Guildenstern in Hamlet. There's a reason he had to do it. He had to drop his friends. He had to let the pirates do it because they were holding him back from becoming the hero that he needed to be. And that's, Timon and Pumbaa, they're just Rosencrantz and Guildenstern in this story. They should allow Hamlet to go and kill his uncle. And that's all. Yeah, that's enough. That by itself, let alone that they're coming out of the sea in Spain and chasing children.
I think we need to do like some workshop. We got to workshop a name. A hashtag. We'll workshop a hashtag.
Okay.
And then we'll make that hashtag happen.
I like it, but I do see the logo though. It's the copper tone girl, except for instead of a dog pulling off her swimsuit, it's a
no.
It's a hog.
Can we make that into a sticker?
Somebody can do it. Somebody out there in our audience. Yes.
Ooh. Instead of the copper tone girl though, it's you.
It's me.
And a wild hog, wild boar being the dog.
And I'm wearing a Speedo because why not?
If that's what you want it to be, that's what you want it to be.
These poor folks at home, they're going to need bleach for their eyes.
I think that's where we should leave it off. You guys think about that. Think about it good and hard. And go ahead and make it into some like fan art or something. Send it in. Maybe we'll make it into a sticker or something. Maybe we'll make it into our logo. No, I don't think we're gonna change it. But you should send it in. We'll post it on our Insta or something. Probably make stickers out of it. But so let's leave it with thinking about Sheepdog, wearing a whatever it's called. Sometimes I lose my words. I want to say but that's not the word.
Lycra. Sweatpants.
And if you guys don't know the copper tone picture, then you should get sunscreen. I don't know.
Yeah,
All right.
you're gonna get skin
Kato
cancer.
signing off.
And you get the last word.
Okay, I get Sheepdog's not signing off, and Potatoes signing off.